Coming up on 5 Minute News. Biden takes on migration at leaders' gathering. January 6 hearings open with injured police officer and filmmaker. And World Bank defends record on climate change. It's Wednesday, June 8. I'm Anthony Davis. Migration has taken centre stage at an assembly of Western Hemisphere leaders, reflecting its emergence as a top foreign policy issue amid red carpet drama over who comes and who stays home. The Los Angeles Declaration, to be announced while US President Joe Biden meets with his counterparts from North, Central and South America today through Friday, is expected to be a brief call to action that supporters hope will guide countries on hosting people fleeing violence and persecution and searching for more economic stability. The United States has been the most popular destination for asylum seekers since 2017, posting a challenge that has stumped Biden and his immediate predecessors. But the US is far from alone. Colombia and neighboring South American countries host millions who have fled Venezuela. Mexico fielded more than 130,000 applications last year, many of them Haitians, which was triple that of 2020. Many Nicaraguans escaped to Costa Rica, while displaced Venezuelans account for about 1/6 of the population of tiny Aruba. Biden arrived at the summit today, trailed by questions about how much progress he can make on migration and other issues when some of his counterparts from the region, most notably Mexican President Obrador, are boycotting the event. The controversy has undermined the start of the summit, which is being hosted by the US for the first time since the inaugural event in 1994, at a time when China has been trying to make inroads in the region. Although Biden was heavily involved in Latin America while he was vice president, his focus has largely been elsewhere since taking office as president last year. He's been trying to reorient US foreign policy towards Asia, while also rallying allies to punish Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. There is widespread agreement that relief must target growth and stability for entire communities in which migrants live, not just the migrants themselves. A police officer injured by Donald Trump supporters trying to overturn his election defeat, and a filmmaker who recorded some leaders of the US Capitol riot will be among the first witnesses when hearings to the assault begin on Thursday. The US House of Representatives Select Committee will attempt to reverse Republican efforts to downplay or deny the violence on January 6, 2021, with 5 months to go until November 8 midterm elections that will determine which party controls Congress for the next 2 years. The committee's first public hearing will begin tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, a primetime spot intended to capture the attention of as many Americans as possible, to be shown live on major TV networks. 5 further hearings are expected in the next 2 weeks. 4 people died the day of the attack, 1 fatally shot by police and the others of natural causes. 4 police officers later took their own lives and more than 100 were injured. The events of January 6 have undermined US democracy both at home and around the world and has placed laser focus on the manipulation of future elections. The president of the World Bank, David Malpass, on Tuesday defended the bank's work on climate change and said US Treasury officials had been overwhelmingly supportive of the bank in public and private in recent months. Malpass pushed back against a weekend report which said the World Bank leadership was under fire from the Biden administration to step up its climate change efforts, saying the report relied on outdated information. Malpass made the unprompted remarks during a news conference about the bank's downgraded global economic forecast. He claimed the World Bank's climate spending has grown rapidly and was now at a record level. Malpass, who was appointed by former President Trump, has held the role for just 3 years of the 5-year term. He and the bank have faced criticism from climate activists for not doing enough to address climate change. A Treasury official said the United States, the largest shareholder of the World Bank, appreciated the steps the bank took in 2021 to advance climate ambitions, including the release of its Climate Action Plan, but was looking for more progress in 2022. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.